Alright guys, well I've never done a product review, but I figured why not? I just ordered this from Banggood and I was opening it up and thought why not try this out? I bought this with my own money, so if I screw up I don't care. I paid for it anyways. It'd be nice if I got stuff for free, but alright, let's see what's happening. I have a suspicion it's this thing because other than this I bought some RC parts, but they wouldn't be in a box this big. So let's see, it's just a blank. Okay, so it comes in an additional box, I guess, for safety, so that's nice on Banggood's part. What the heck is this? Some Chinese stuff, okay. And it does seem to be new, right? I'm a dual power screwdriver. I have some experience with this brand Mi because I have one of their M365 electric scooters, and for the money, that's actually a really cool scooter. But bear in mind, the thing only has 8-inch tires, so for me it feels a little sketchy, you know, coming from real motorcycles. It's a little bit, well, small diameter tires just don't lend themselves to high speed stability. But it's still a great product, so, okay, well, let's open this thing up. Alright, so some English, German, Chinese, and Japanese, and then there's a QR code, perhaps for like an instruction manual online. I don't know, but here we do have some multiple language instructions. This one's the English one here, but I'm an idiot, so I'm going to just do it on my own here. Alright, so this is the box for the screwdriver, and this is the one with the bits. So if you look at the picture, I think that makes sense, right? Seems kind of wasteful to have packaging like that. Unless, of course, they sell these separately. Maybe it does make sense to do it that way. Okay, so this screwdriver comes in a nice bag to protect it. So that's nice. Now we got the bits here. Again, comes a nice protective sleeve. So that's nice. Okay. Let's get these boxes out of here. Okay, so let me try to get a better light angle here. So it's called the Wowstick, and I got this so I could work on my RC cars. But oddly, my RC car showed up, my RC car kit, which I have a different video on, this Drift Art 2. It showed up before this, so I still had to make that kit with the standard, my hands, basically. But, you know, if I'm going to maintain other things, I don't think it'd be a bad idea to have this thing. It wasn't super expensive, you can just check it out online, you know, besides Banggood, I'm sure it's sold everywhere else. Alright, so the question is there an on-off switch? Oh, I'm guessing it needs batteries, because there is some sort of laser-etched thing here saying batteries. Okay, so it's got a little coin screw here. Okay, so I happen to have a couple of rechargeable AAAs with me here, and it seems like you put the positive or pointy side in first. Okay, I want to make note this end cap is some sort of machined aluminum, so be mindful if you use like a screwdriver, you're probably going to start gouging this out, so I would suggest you use like a quarter or some sort of a medium-sized coin. This spring seems to be stainless steel, so seems relatively high quality. It is very wide threaded, so it only takes a few revolutions to put this cap on, but I'll just start it with my hand actually, and then grab a coin. Right there, it was like half a twist after to actually tighten it. So now we got the well, you can't see it spinning. Let's put a bit in this thing. Let's see what kind of bits we get. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be XO or OX, but anywho. So it says here open from this end, so that's good. It's a rubbery rubber cover, but it doesn't really want to slide out, so I'm going to open the other end as well, which is a different, well, same rubber cover, just on the other side, and then I'll push it out with my finger here. Okay, so it's an interesting little tray, you know, and let's see here. These are rubbery as well. There's not hard plastic, it's actually a rubber. So it's pretty easy to, you know, just flex the rubber to get the bit in and out. So it seems like these are really a lot of these are micro-sized hexes, Torx wrenches, So this carousel here looks like it's the small Torx. In fact, I'm wondering if these all come off. They do. Alright. So we got a security bolt head, tiny Phillips, another tiny Phillips, and I'm sure these must be labeled, right? So a Yo 6. Alright. What does this one say? Okay, this Yao, or Wow, I'm not sure why I said Yao earlier, but yeah, so it's just their branding. So it's really, this is a 0.8 metric. This was a hex though. It's weird, this is a hex. I think this might be a tri-bit. Maybe it's not it might be a tri-bit because it's a security thing. So this rack here, or carousel, we seem to have a square. Those looks like Torx to me. This looks like a tri-lobe security bit. Again, Torx. Looks like 4 more Torx on this one. Yeah, T5 right there. So they're labeled there. Although why does that one say P2 when it say T2 if it's Torx? Okay. And then this we have flathead, a hex head, 2 hex heads. Then we got 3 Phillips here and a flat. So it's an interesting mix of smaller screws. The largest one being this Phillips here, which is a PH2, which is probably the most common size Phillips out there. So that's good to have, I guess. Alright, but I imagine the majority of them are small because this thing isn't, you know, it's not a super high torque screwdriver. Look at it. You simply can't have a super high torque. Like just for comparison, this is like an old Black & Decker I have, right? So this thing is, you know, capable of drilling stuff into wood, but I highly doubt this is. It's more of a hobby thing, right? It's specifically why I bought it, for hobby purposes, not for working on the home. Alright, so anyways, let's grab this bit here. So, I do have a couple Phillips here on this RC car. Hopefully it'll focus here. I need to focus on the camera here. So, let's see if it's intuitive. I'm gonna guess this is back off. This is, you know, tighten, just because it's closer and further, but I could be totally wrong. Or, yeah, it is that way. So, back off. Yeah, it worked. And then tighten. Okay. So one thing I'm noticing, there is no sort of adjustment for the torque. So I'm not sure how much torque this thing has. Sorry, that's the Chinese version. You know, if it has like a Newton meter rating or something like that. It also does say dry cell batteries. I'm not sure if they just mean alkalines. I mean, I've never heard of a wet cell AAA, so that's a little bit interesting. Then I'm not sure what it means by dual power. So that's interesting. Self-locking ratchet. Here we go. So 0.12 Newton meters. So that's a really low amount. Like my bicycle, usually you're using like 4, 5, 6 Newton meters on a bicycle. For like the seat post might be, you know, 5 Newton meters. So 0.12 is definitely, you know, for small screws, and that's why I think the majority were these sizes, which are listed out here. And frankly, I don't even recognize some of those. But anyways, I'm pretty impressed. I think it looks pretty good. Maybe I'll do an update later on. But I think it's money well spent if you're into small hobbies or small electronics repair or something like that. But for me, it's more about building these little model kits. I also do quadcopter stuff sometimes, so I'm always wrenching on small things with small nuts and screws and stuff. Okay, well, sorry if that's not a really professional review. It's my first product review. Just did it spontaneously, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.